What is up, guys, and welcome back for week 4 of the IBA Draft League in its second season. I'm your man MetaMech, coach of the Miami Heatran, and here in week 4, the Miami Heatran are coming off a little bit of a humbling loss, if you will. I don't know how else to put it. Otherwise, we got 4-0'd. I absolutely hate it. It makes me sick to my stomach. I don't like to think about it, but it's okay. You know what? We're going to try and bounce back. We're going to try and move forward. We are 2-1 still, a ton of season left to play, and we have got our hands full again once again this week. We are going to be taking on my man Q, the Costa Rican, coach of the Chicago Dragapults, and he is also a very, very competent battler, and I know he's going to be hungry for a win because he is sitting at 1-2 right now, so I know he's not going to want to be taking another loss. So he is definitely going to be coming at me. I know he's going to give me everything he can. I'm very excited for the challenge. Hopefully we got a good team this week. And once again, as always, my teams are subject to change because as you can see here, this is just my showdown screens. This is my basic showdown team builder. Obviously, my mons are not created yet, so they're still subject to change. And that's another thing I completely forgot in the last battle. I was so discombobulated and stuff, I completely forgot to mention the changes to that team. But hopefully if I make changes to this one, I'll remember to say once we get into the battle. But without further ado, why don't we go ahead and show you guys the team my man, Q the Costa Rican, could potentially be bringing to the battle, the mons he could potentially bring. He's got Gigantamax Inteleon. Now, what is there to say about Gigantamax Inteleon? He's got the sniper ability as his hidden ability because those got released. He is a glass cannon, and that's another thing. Look at his team. It's very fast. It is a very fast mon. I think it's got like, what, base 126 speed or something like that. So it is very fast, and it hits very hard on the special side, but its defenses leave a little bit to be desired. So I definitely think when you got this thing out, you want to make sure you're outspeeding things, and you're hitting them as hard as you can because you're not going to live that many attacks. So he likes to run specs. I've seen this thing. He might not always run specs. I think he ran Assault Vest maybe last week, but I could definitely see specs even though you lose that when you Gigantamax anyway. However, glass cannon, but does hit very hard and is pretty fast with its obviously stab water type moves. And next up, he's got Kirim. He's got Dragapult the Kirim. We all know he wanted Dragapult, but he likes to name his Kirim Dragapult. Dragon and Ice type, very strong Ice type dragon. It's got a base 95 speed, so it is pretty fast as well. And gets, Ice Beam and Freeze Dry, gets Earth Power for coverage, gets obviously Stab Dragon type moves. It's got pretty solid HP stat. You can technically make it physical or special, even though it's generally run on the special side. I don't know if we're ready for physical Kirim, so far in this league, but it could happen. You never know. It could be physical or special. You know what? He might have ran physical Kirim now I'm thinking about one time. Maybe that's why that's in my head. I don't know. But yeah, anyway, just a very cool Pokemon. Strong dragon, very fast, and can be physical or special, and does get some coverage moves like Earth Power and Flash Cannon, I'm pretty sure as well. So definitely two lines here that we don't want to, take lightly. Next up, he's got Talonflame returning from the DTC. Fire and Flying typing. I'm sure he's going to be running Gale Wings. Give priority to a Flying type move when you're at full health. And he's probably going to be running Heavy Duty Boots on it. If he doesn't, we could be bringing Stealth Rocks. It could be a problem for him because I know last week he was talking about how he wanted to bring a different item on Talonflame. But if you don't, then if you take that risk, Q, then the rock could potentially haunt you. So we'll see what happens there. But Talonflame, also another very fast Pokemon. I think base 126, and gets Flare Blitz, obviously, gets Brave Bird, which is priority if you're full health. So definitely don't want to take Talonflame lightly, and it hits very hard with those, stab moves that are really powerful and, like I said, very fast, and Gale Wings. Next up, he's got Runerigus, which is a very strong defensive wall, ghost and ground type, or ground and ghost. I'm not sure which one's the primary, but obviously it gets Poltergeist, I believe now, which is the new ghost type move that released with the Isle of Armor. And it's just very strong on the physical defensive side. It gets the ability Wandering Spirit. So if you hit it with a contact move, then you lose your ability, and then you get the Wandering Spirit ability. So I can definitely see this thing putting in some work potentially against my team. And, if we get that Wandering Spirit and then we lose our abilities on some of our mods, we're not going to like that too much. And next up, he's got Bronzong, the Steel and Psychic type, which is a very strong type. I love the Steel and Psychic type, and the good thing about Bronzong is you can run either Heat Proof or Levitate. So essentially, depending on which one you want to do, you can potentially throw off your opponent. You can run Levitate, get rid of your ground type weakness. You can run Heat Proof, get rid of your fire type weakness. So I can definitely see him, that could be a problem for us, not knowing which Bronzong. You can also run Heavy Metal, but let's be honest, you're either running Levitate or Heat Proof. I mean, I know there are situations where Heavy Metal could come in handy, but I definitely think you're going to be running one of those two other abilities. And it is a very strong defensive mon. It's another wall. You can make it physically defensive. You can make it specially defensive. It is very slow. A Stab Gyro Ball could do a lot of damage to certain mons on our team. So I can definitely see Bronzong putting in work. Next up, he's got Type Null, the lesser version of Silvally. Well, actually, it's not even lesser because Silvally's lesser version of Arceus, and Type Null can only be the normal type. But Type Null is very, very bulky, ladies and gentlemen. It is a pure normal type, but you put an Eviolite on that man, it is going to eat up hits. It is going to be a real problem, and definitely could see that thing coming if he wants to, you know, piggy off, because obviously I usually bring Silvally, and if he wants to maybe put in work with the prior evolution of Silvally, I could definitely see him wanting to do something like that, but it is a stab normal type and hits very hard. Base 95 across the board with speed, except speed at base 59. And throw an Eviolite on him, he's also going to be a bulky boy, but he does get a lot of coverage moves, so I could definitely see him coming and putting in work. Next up, he's got Raichu, another one of those very fast mons. I think it's like base 110 speed. It is very frail, especially on the physical side. My man does not want to take a physical move. Not at all. Not even neutral physical move. This man does not want to take it from a strong attacker. But it is very fast and obviously can hit pretty hard with its stab electric type moves. Once again, I think technically you can run physical or special. Raichu, I forgot his name for a second, because I think both his attacking stats are base 90, so can definitely be either way, but obviously you're generally going to run it as a special attacker with, you know, Surf and Thunderbolt and things like that. He could potentially put a Focus Sash on it, because I know he likes to do that, and let's be honest, it's a very good idea on him. On as frail as Raichu, it is a very good idea to do something like that. And, you know, gets Grass Knot as well for coverage on ground types, which is good, because its only weakness is ground. But yeah, Raichu can definitely put in some work. Next up, he's got Urshifu, the Rapid Strike style. Hopefully I said that correctly. I've never used one of these things before, but it would be really cool. This thing is very, very strong, has very, very good attack, very good defense. Special attack, I mean, doesn't need to be worrying about that, but special defense, not the best. But he can make up for that by just outspeeding things and just murdering them, because its base speed is 97. So it is, once again, another pretty solidly fast mon. A lot of people like to choice Bandit, but I can also see you running Assault Vest potentially to eat up some hits. I can also see you running Choice Scarf to potentially outspeed my mons that might be able to outspeed the Urshifu. I can see that as well. But yeah, just a very, very strong physical attacker. Don't want to let it set up with bulk ups or anything like that as well. Could be a real problem if you allow it to do something like that. And let's see, next up we have got Whimsicott, the Grass and Fairy type. With one of its abilities that it gets is Prankster, so I could definitely see, because obviously in the DTC that is still ongoing at this point. We're waiting in the playoffs. We're going to be taking a bye here in round 1 for the DTC playoffs. But I bring my Prankster Thundurus to every single battle, so I could definitely see him bringing Prankster Whimsicott and trying to put some shenanigans onto me, just like I do some shenanigans onto my opponents with my Prankster Thundurus. Thankfully, it only gets Stun Spore, which is only 75 base 75 accuracy, whereas Thunder Wave is 90, but still, I don't want to be getting paralyzed. We really don't want to be messing around with that. He can run, you know, Tailwind, he can run Leech Seed, he can put Light Screen up, I believe. He can do Encore, he can go for Yawn, so a lot of annoying things that Whimsicott could potentially do. He has not brought it yet, I don't believe, but I definitely could see him bring it, like I said, too, because of the fact that I bring, you know, my Prankster Thundurus. Next up, he's got Skunk Tank, the Poison and Dark type, only weak to ground, which is pretty cool. You know what, it's kind of just a around mid-range mon, you know, it gets some coverage, you know, with fire type moves. It doesn't really hit the hardest, it's not the fastest, but it is a poison type, so it does absorb toxic spikes if, you know, potentially we bring something like that today, but I don't even know if any of my mons bring that. But he could potentially bring it, you never know. Dark is a very good typing, you know, gets stabbed. I don't know if it gets knockoff or not, that's something I'm going to have to look up but before we battle. But yeah, just a strong dark and poison type, which are both pretty solid types. Poison obviously good against some of my different mons, so maybe he'll bring it. Well, who knows? And the Selgor is another one of those Pokemon that I know this man likes to bring because, once again, it is very, very, very fast. And I think it's base 145, so it's like one of the fastest mons in the Generation 8 meta right now. So it's very cool. And I know, you know, you can Choice Scarf with, what's that move called? Final Gambit is a strat that my man likes to run on that thing, which is very scary. If you guys don't know what Final Gambit does, it essentially the user of the move takes itself down, and however much HP it lost by using Final Gambit, it takes that much away from the opponent as well. So, you know, if you run max HP on this thing, then you're going to have as much as HP or pretty close to a lot of your opponents and probably take them down, which is very upsetting for an opponent like myself. So I can definitely see him running, you know, Choice Scarf, or not even Scarf, Final Gambit on this man, but you do want to run Choice Scarf unless, you know, Choice Scarf outspeeds you, then your Final Gambit's not going to do as much. So, but either way, he could also run Unburden, which is pretty cool. This thing also gets Unburden to make it even crazier, even faster, which is absolutely insane. But it's just a pure bug type. Also gets Spikes, which is pretty cool. So that's a pretty cool team that my man's got here. Why don't I go ahead and show you guys my team that we're going to be bringing to the battle this week. Boom! We have got Maximus, the shiny Jirachi. Yes, it has to be shiny because you guys can see it gets Moonblast, and apparently you get Moonblast from an event, and that event is shiny Jirachi, so it has to be shiny, but it's cool. I like shiny Jirachi too. We got Maximus, the shiny Jirachi, holding the Choice Scarf with the Serene Grace ability and the moves Thunderbolt, Shadow Ball, Moonblast, and Healing Wish. With the timid nature, max special attack, we have enough speed EVs to make sure we outspeed Urshifu, which I think is his fastest mon at base 97 speed, and then the remaining 24 EVs into HP. Why am I running Special Jirachi this week? I'll tell you why I'm running Special Jirachi, and that's because Special type moves hit the Urshifu a lot better, and I also don't want to mess with Runerigus and trying to hit it with a physical move, and then it, you know, then I could lose my Serene Grace and I get Wandering Spirit, and I don't want to mess around with that. So, and then also just the coverage that Jirachi gets with Special is also very good. Thunderbolt's going to hit the Inteleon, it's going to hit the Talonflame, it's going to hit the Bronzong for neutral, Type Null for neutral, Urshifu's going to be super effective. Skunk Tank is neutral, and then Shadow Ball hits the Bronzong and the Runerigus for super effective damage. And it's just a good coverage move. And then also Moonblast, which is super effective on the Kyurem, and is super effective on the Urshifu as well. So we get a lot of good coverage out of Jirachi running the special variant, and then we are Choice Scarfed as well, potentially if we need to go Healing Wish as a last desperate move to fully heal something else up, which Healing Wish is a pretty cool move. We didn't get to use it last week. I should have gone for it instead of our other move against that, Porygon 2, but I'm not going to think about that any longer. Yeah, that's the Jirachi we're bringing to the battle this week. Next up, we got Jet the Togekiss holding the leftovers with the Serene Grace ability and the moves Air Slash, Mystical Fire, Thunder Wave, and Roost. I've really thought about running Heal Belt on this Togekiss because I'm very afraid for status on some of my mods. I don't want to be messing around with that, but it's okay. I took Heal Belt off because I really wanted, you know, 2 attacking moves. I didn't want Thunder Wave, Roost, and then also Heal Belt on this man. So I brought Mystical Fire because it is neutral on the Kyurem, and it could lower its special attack, which could be crucial. Maybe we throw it in there against the Inteleon just to lower its special attack. I could see that as well, potentially, even though we don't want to be taking a max Hailstorm. But it is there. And then, let's see, we could also lower the special attack of a Bronzong. If he's running special attacking Bronzong, probably not, but who knows? We could do that. Mystical Fire is super effective against the Whimsicott, super effective against the Selgor. So those are some things that we could be messing around with. Obviously, Thunder Wave and then Air Slash for flinch shenanigans. I'm hoping to come back from me this week because we didn't get a single flinch in the battle last week. If you guys can believe it, it's absolutely crazy. It's redonkulous. But that's our Jet the Togekiss we're bringing to the battle this week. Next up, we have got Undertaker, the Gigantamax Machamp, holding the Assault Vest and the Guts ability. We can take status if we, if it so chooses to do so. Maybe we get paralyzed or toxic or something like that. But I didn't want to run Flame Orb myself because I guarantee, like I said, my man can bring Runerigus to this battle, and I guarantee he's going to be doing so. So I don't want to pop a Flame Orb, him send out Runerigus, then I get the Wandering Spirit ability, and then now I'm burned, my attack sucks. You know what I mean? Don't want to be messing around with that. So we were rocking Assault Vest with the Guts ability and the moves Knock Off, Low Kick, Bullet Punch, Rock Slide. I thought about maybe running Choice Band. Maybe we could just do Leftovers. Maybe we could just do a bunch of different things. But Assault Vest could be nice. We could lift some hits from the Inteleon. We could lift some hits from the Kyurem if he's special. You know, Bronzong, if he's special, Raichu, you know, it just helps us potentially live some moves. Maybe a Moonblast from the Whimsicott will live that we otherwise shouldn't. Who knows? Maybe it'll come in handy. I don't know. But that's what we got for now. With the moves, Knock Off, Low Kick, Bullet Punch, and Rock Slide. Knock Off is just a great move. It knocks off the opponent's item. Max Darkness is good for the Runerigus, is good for the Bronzong. And then you go Low Kick, which is our stab fighting type move, which is the strongest fighting type move we can do to get our max She Strike or whatever it is called. And it increases our critical hit ratio. That's another thing I thought about running Scoflints on my boy, but I didn't. Maybe I'll still change that. Who knows? And then Bullet Punch for priority, which hits the Kieran for super effective, hits the Whimsicott for super effective, so it could come in handy, who knows. And then Rock Slide, just for coverage. It's going to hit the Talonflame, it's going to hit the not the Runerigus, it will not hit the Runerigus. It'll hit the Talonflame, it'll hit the Kieran, it'll hit the Selgor, and there's just coverage for a lot of different other Pokemon, but it is super effective, like I said, on those 3 Pokemon. And then I've got 36 EVs into speed, just to make sure that we outspeed a non-speed invested Type Null. Type Null has base 59 speed, we have base 55, so if he's got no speed investment into his Type Null at all, our 36 EVs into speed will allow us to outspeed it, so we are speed creeping a little bit. And then Adamant Max Attack with the remaining 220 EVs into HP. Next up, this is the one I kind of went back and forth on because I wasn't 100% sure where it fit into the lineup this week, but this is what we got for now. We have got Frankenstein, the Silvally Water type again, because once again, water will help us to potentially eat up some moves from the Inteleon, from the Kyurem, if he is not rocking Freeze Dry, which I assume he will. But you know what? Maybe we'll eat up an Ice Beam. And then it's just good for the Runerigus. It's good coverage for a lot of different mons. It resists the water type moves from the Urshifu, is obviously as well. And then we got the, so it's just good coverage. And then we got the move Surf, which is super effective on the Talonflame. Surf, which is super effective on the Runerigus. And then we got Surf, which is just a good stab move to hit the rest of his team. And then we got Thunderbolt, which is super effective also on the Talonflame. Thunderbolt, which is also super effective on the Inteleon. Thunderbolt, which is super effective on the Urshifu. So it's just another good coverage move. And then Flash Cannon, which is also super effective on the Kyurem if we're in on that matchup. And then Flash Cannon is also super effective against the Whimsicott, potentially if he's running a grass move and he's Whimsicott. We don't want to take that grass move either, but we got Flash Cannon, which is super effective. And as you guys can see, we also got Parting Shot. We don't have Defog this week on our Silvally. I really one of my 3 coverage moves. Last week we did not even go for Defog, so hopefully my man doesn't put up rocks or any other shenanigans that we don't want to deal with, because we don't have a Defogger this week, spoiler alert. And that could be really problematic. I'll think about it again before the battle, but I really want these 3 coverage moves on Silvally right now. It could come back to bite us, and then I will be kicking myself for the next week for not running Defog, but hey, it is what it is. And then Parting Shot, I could run Defog over Parting Shot because I was like, how much does Parting Shot really help us in this matchup? Because we speed tie with the Kyurem, and Inteleon's faster. We speed tie with the Kyurem. Talonflame's faster. Raichu's faster. Urshifu's faster. Whimsicott's faster. Selgor's faster. So it's like so many mons outspeed us. Do we even need to run Parting Shot? Because what are we outspeeding that we're lowering their attacks? But I mean, if maybe something gets paralyzed, or maybe we just want to eat a hit and then we can still switch out in the same turn so we don't have to switch next turn. It still could potentially come in handy, so I still wanted to run Parting Shot on my boy here, and that's what I'm rocking with right now. But we got Max Special Attack. By the way, like I said, we speed tied the Kyurem, but I don't like messing around with speed ties, so especially because if I had to bet, I would say that he's bringing Choice Scarf Kyurem this week because it just makes a lot of sense. That way he makes sure he outspeeds Jirachi. That way, Jirachi, as long as I'm not Choice Scarf, he'll outspeed Togekiss. Always outspeed Togekiss. He'll outspeed a non-Choice Scarf Hydreigon if we bring Hydreigon to the battle. So I definitely, and it'll outspeed a Barraskewda as long as he's not Choice Scarf, and could hit him with super effective Freeze Dry. So if I had to bet he's bringing Choice Scarf Kyurem this week, it just makes too much sense. And so we're going to lose that speed tie anyway. And so I just wanted to make sure we outspeed the next fastest mon on his team, which is Skunk Tank, which I don't even think he's going to bring to this battle. But in case he does, I want to make sure we outspeed it as long as it's not Choice Scarf. And then next up, we got Twilight the Chandelure holding the Choice Scarf as well. Yes, you guys can see we got 2 Choice Scarfers this week because it is going to help us, because we will be faster than the Inteleon. I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to check that once he's Gigantamax, so we can go in there, hit him with a nice Energy Ball. He's not going to like that. And then it also allows us to outspeed the Kyurem as long as he's not Choice Scarfed. We might outspeed the Talonflame as well. Actually, no, I think we do outspeed the Talonflame. The only thing that we don't outspeed is the Acelgor. We cannot outspeed the Acelgor. Even at max speed, Choice Scarfed, Timid Nature, the Acelgor will still outspeed if it's max speed. So, I just wanted to outspeed the next fastest thing, which I believe is the Talonflame, and we are Flash Fire as well, so if he wants to go for a Flare Blitz or something like that, we are going to eat it up with our Flash Fire ability. Maybe I'll run... Does Flash Fire really put in work against... Or does Flare Blitz really put in work against my team? I'm trying to think about it. It might be good for the Serena if we brought... I might change this to like Flame Body or something to potentially burn his Urshifu. I'll think about that, guys. I will really think about that. I might change that because outside of like Serena and maybe Avalugg, I'm not saying he's not going to bring Flare Blitz, but his chances are he's not going to be clicking it as often as he's going to be clicking like Brave Bird or something like that. So, Flame Body might come in more handy to potentially burn things like the Urshifu. I don't know. We'll think about it, like I said. But we got the Choice Scarf with the moves Shadow Ball, Fire Blast, Energy Ball, and Memento. Energy Ball is going to hit the Inteleon, which if he is Gigantamax, we will outspeed it, like I said. Shadow Ball is going to be super effective on the Rodriguez, on the Bronzong. It is Stab. And Fire Blast is super effective on the Bronzong if he's not Heat Proof. And the Whimsicott. But it is also just a good coverage stab move, which hits the Kyurem for neutral. It hits the Rodriguez for neutral. It hits the type Null for neutral. It hits a Raichu for neutral. It hits the Skunk Tank for neutral. So it is just a nice coverage move. I thought I had Flamethrower there before, but I really want the raw attacking power from Fire Blast. And then Memento. So in case we're in a desperate time, we just throw our boy out there. We go for a Memento, and then we bring in another Mon to potentially set up and sweep. Even though we're not rocking any setup on any of these mons so far, as you guys can see. But it will potentially put us in a good spot because we are going to harshly lower the opponent's attacking capabilities, which that is the plan. And last but certainly not least, we have got Olga the Barraskewda holding the Focus Sash with the Swift Swim ability and the moves Liquidation, which is an Oko on the Talonflame. That's pretty much what it's there for. Close Combat, which is super effective on the Kyurem. Also... Close Combat, super effective on the type Null, but it's mostly there for the Kyurem. But if he has Choice Scarf, we're not going to like a Freeze Drive very much. It probably Okos us, just going to be completely honest with you. But we are rocking a Focus Sash, so potentially. Psychic Fangs, which is super effective on the Urshifu. And allows us to break screens, potentially if he brings screens, which is pretty cool. And then we got Flip Turn just for momentum if we think he's going to switch, or we outspeed, or whatever the case may be. That's what we're doing. And then we got 176 EVs into speed with the Jolly Nature, which will allow us to outspeed a max speed Talonflame, as long as it is not Choice Scarfed. We'll outspeed it. And then the remaining, obviously, max attack, and then the remaining EVs into HP. Just to help us maybe live a move. But this is the team I'm rocking out with so far. This is what I'm liking right now. This is the team I built. Hopefully you guys like the team. Hopefully it puts in work this week. Once again, if I do make changes, hopefully I will remember to enlighten you guys once the battle starts. I forgot to do that last week. This is what we're rocking out with right now. And hopefully we win this week because I'm coming off of a loss. But Q is also coming off of a loss. So I know we're both going to be coming hard and wanting to win this one really badly. So... hey, we'll just have to wait and see the battle and see what happens, but I'll see you guys there in the battle. Wish me luck. What is up, guys, and welcome back here for the battle. As you can see, we are setting up the rules and stuff. I'm going to go ahead and let Q decide. That's right, we are battling my homie, Q theCostaRican today. Link for his channel will be down in the description below, so make sure you guys go ahead and hit him up. Watch his side of the battle and show the love if you have not done so already. Q is deciding the rules. Real quick, I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys the changes I made for my team. From the team builder up to this point. I forgot to do that last week once again. I changed Healing Wish on Jirachi to Flash Cannon. Biggest reason for that is if I think he's going to bring Choice Scarf Kyurem, but in case he doesn't, and he brings, you know, let's see, let's go with Rose. In case he brings a different Kyurem set with like substitute, or not that. If he brings... I'm sorry, guys. I'm just losing my mind here. Yeah, we're going to go with our party. Moonblast is not a guaranteed two-shot, so I wanted Flash Cannon over that. I also changed Mystical Fire on Togekiss to Shadow Ball because Mystical Fire is not guaranteed to break the sub on Kyurem. And then I think I changed one more thing. Oh, yeah, I had to bring Defog. I just couldn't bring myself not to bring Defog. I needed Defog, so I put Defog on Silvally over Party Shot. Okay, so he brings Bronzong and not the what's his face? He brings Bronzong and not the Runerigus. And he does bring the Whimsicott. I told you guys that he was going to bring the Whimsicott. Okay, he's bringing the Selgor. So I'm going to lead with Barrascuda. No Runerigus. And no Talonflame. My man. My man. And no Raichu either. Okay. Yeah, we're just going to lead off with the fish and see where it takes us. You know what I mean? I could definitely see him leading... Can I see Summary? Yeah, I can't see Summary. We don't really have anything for the... I mean, I guess we just have, like, Psychic Fangs or Flip Turn or something. Ew, I don't like that at all. Yeah, we're done. This is what we're going to lead off with, guys. I'm not going to think too much longer about it. But no... Wow, man. Q, you're surprising me here. No Runerigus. No Talonflame. Kind of crazy. Kind of crazy. We'll see what happens, man. He's a really good battler, guys. I'm excited for this battle. It's going to be a good one. You already know, like I said, my man Q is going to be coming out here going for game, ready to win this one. He's 1-2. I know he's going to be one to win here. Nobody wants to go 1-3, trust me. Does he lead Talgon? Okay, he does lead a Selgor. He can go Final Gambit if he wants to, because I am Focus Sash. He can also go Spikes. I'm going to go ahead and go Flip Turn. He's going to outspeed me 100%. He goes Knockoff, that's fine. We don't know if he's... We still don't know if he's Choice Scarf, so if he is Choice Scarf, he's going to 100% outspeed pretty much anything. Do I just go out into my boy and start trying to claim lives? Do I go out into my boy and start trying to claim lives? I could just... You know, I thought you could see Pokemon. Do I just go out into Togekiss and click Air Slash? Huh. Let's go on to Togekiss. Let's see, Pokemon. I could click Air Slash or Shadow Ball. I think Shadow Ball is my freest move here. So I'm going to go... Wait, let's see, Pokemon. He does not have any ground types, so Thunder Wave is kind of free here. But I'm predicting... I'm just going to go Shadow Ball. He goes Spike, so what is this, a Suicide lead? I'm glad I didn't go for Thunder Wave. I don't know if this is going to be enough to kill. It is enough to kill, thankfully. Okay, so he only gets one layer of spikes up. He knocked off my Focus Sash on Barrascuda, so a Choice Scarfer will be able to surprise me and Oko me now. Okay, I'm glad I didn't go Thunder Wave there and potentially maybe let him get up 2 layers of spikes or something. Maybe I missed Shadow Ball or something. But I brought Shadow Ball just for that Bronzong, which he did bring, because otherwise he kind of walls me. He's thinking about this one, guys. I do have my calcs ready to go. Hopefully, we are doing just the basic 20-minute timer on this one. Hopefully, it doesn't really come into play too much. I really don't want to try and rebuild the battle. That's kind of annoying. So I'm going to try and be quick with these turns here and just, you know, go with my gut. Go with my gut instinct. He doesn't know if I'm Choice Scarf, so he could be fearing that as well. Okay, he's just going straight out into Kyurem. Okay, see... If he's like Specs, Ice Beam or something? Specs, Ice Beam into Togekiss. We could live. No, we can't. If he Specs, we're definitely dead. But if he Specs, then I can use that knowledge and go into something else. Togekiss is nice for... I don't think I desperately need Togekiss. I have Jirachi that can kind of handle the Urshifu. I also have Choice Scarf on. Okay, I think we have some options to handle the Urshifu. I just can't let him set up a substitute here, so I just gotta click Shadow Ball. He goes Ice Beam. Is he Specs? He's not Specs. Okay, don't freeze. Can we get a special defense drop? Special defense drop. Okay, great. We do get a special defense drop. We do get a special defense drop. Alright, I'm going to let him take Togekiss down here. I'm just going to go Shadow Ball. Okay, he takes Togekiss down. He's either Scarfed into Shadow Ball or he's Specs. I could go Jirachi and just click Moonblast or Flash Cannon. Or I could go Silvally. Thing is, I don't know if we kill with a Moonblast. Let's see what he does here. Let's see, was this a mistake going out into this thing? Do we really need this thing for anything? I don't think we desperately need this thing. Scarf Kyurem could be a problem, but we outspeed it with Scarf Jirachi. So I think we just go for close combat and get as much damage off on this thing as we can. He stays in. He's Scarfed. Don't kill me. I didn't think that could kill me. We live! Okay, thankfully. We just barely live. That's huge. We take down the Kyurem. That's good. That's huge. That is huge. I cannot believe we lived on 4 HP after the spikes and stuff, too. Yikes. Okay, so now he goes into a Scarfer here, or he goes into something with priority. I mean, we're going to die to spikes next time we come in. I can't believe we lived that, man. That's... Ooh, Q. That was a tough one. It was so close, man. That was so close. Okay, do you have priority on this thing? I have Psychic Fangs. We'll see what he goes for. Does he go for a Bulk Up? We outspeed him, unless he has priority. I can't really think if this thing gets priority off the top of my head. Okay, so he's Scarfed on his Urshifu. Okay, that's good to know. So we're gonna get momentum. That's okay. We're gonna get momentum. Double Scarf for Kyurem and Urshifu. Interesting. Interesting. All right, we're gonna get momentum, guys. We're hanging in there. Both of us are down 2 mons. Ring the Beldum. I love it, man. I love it. Okay, I really wish we had... Is it time to go out into the big boy? I think it's time to go out into the big boy. Let's go ahead and click knockoff on him and see what he does. He might go for like an iron defense here, which would be very not good. But we need to get some damage off from this thing so we can threaten it with some of our other attackers. I don't want to risk getting like Thunder Wave or Toxic on something else. So I'm just not even going to mess around with that. Go for knockoff. That does damage. He goes in headbutt. Okay, so he's physical. It's going to do some damage. Yeah, he did some major damage to us, which is kind of why I wish I would have gone Dynamax, but hey, it's okay. We should take him out here with a max darkness. But then he can probably just outspeed me and take me down with something else in the next turn. But hey, we're going to go... I think we live another Zen Headbutt. So we're going to go... Ooh, I don't know, man. We're going to go for the Max Darkness anyway. He might switch out here. Okay, he doesn't. So, what is it? This thing should go down, which is pretty cool. I kind of throw away my Machamp sometimes, but he's so slow of a Dynamaxer, so it's like... Kyurem's down, so that's huge. That was one of the big things I wanted the Machamp to do, so... Hopefully I don't regret this. But he should definitely go down here. Based on how much the knockoff did. Yeah, he goes down. Okay, that's pretty cool. I love your nickname, Q, by the way. I love your nickname. Okay, so I feel like we're moving pretty quickly here. I haven't actually, like, calced really anything yet, which is pretty crazy, honestly. Okay, so the worst we can do is 3-0, get 3-0'd here. Who does it go out into now? Agent H, he's going for the big boy now. He's going for the big boy now. I really wish I had max guard here, but I do not. So, do I just go for my strongest move? I think so. Silvally should live moves. Silvally should live anything from this thing. I think he even lives 2 Max Darknesses, but with the spikes, maybe not. We are Assault Vest. We are Assault Vest, guys. Maybe we have some chance to live this. I don't really know. I'm not going to calc it. I don't know the exact percentage, but we are Assault Vest. Okay, we're not living a Max Airstream. We actually do live a Max Airstream, believe it or not. Okay, so now he's going to outspeed my Scarfers, which is pretty unfortunate. So that's actually pretty huge. That's actually very huge. But we did burn 2 turns of his Dynamax. I don't think we kill here. Max Airstream. That's pretty huge. I didn't think about Max Airstream on this thing. Okay, he crits me. How dare you? That wasn't even necessary, though. What do we go out into now? He's going to outspeed you and Oko you, so you're not an option. It's really just you. You're literally the only chance here. We got to hope that we can live. We got to hope that we can live. Gets, like, min rolls, and that he's not Assault Vest. That's what we got to hope for here. We should definitely live any one move he goes for, but I don't think this Thunderbolt kills. Especially if he's Assault Vest or something like that. But he's only got 1 turn of Dynamax left, so we actually might live a Dynamax turn and then a non-Dynamax turn. Oh, man. I don't really know the calcs. He goes Max Darkness. That's his best move. Yeah, I think we'll live a non-Dynamax turn. Not after he just lowered my special defense, though, so that's huge. Can we get a max roll on this, or paralysis? We got the paralysis! Oh! That is huge. Okay, so he's weakness policy, but he is slowed down, so now our Scarfers will still outspeed him. Actually, Silvally actually will probably outspeed him. Unless he's Scarfed? That is unfortunate, man. That is unfortunate. Do I let Silvally go down and get rid of the spikes? Let me look at my Pokemon here. I think Jirachi and my 2 Scarfers can kind of clean up here. I just need to take this thing down when I can, I think. So I'm going to go Thunderbolt. He actually does still outspeed me. So I think he's Scarfed. That's fine. So... he's got... I think I go out into Chandelure. And just start clicking Shadow Ball. Or do I go out into Jirachi and click Shadow Ball? I think I got to go out into Chandelure and click Shadow Ball. He's probably got to have... It's going to come down to the wire, guys. It's going to come down to the wire. He's probably going to have, what is it, Stun Spore on the Fairy. We outspeed that Thunder, that Paralysis was really big on Inteleon Q, dude. Oh my gosh. Okay, this isn't over because he is Choice Scarfed on his Urshifu, so he will outspeed me. You know what? He actually might win with Urshifu. Because I don't think Jirachi can 1v1. I don't think Jirachi can essentially 2v1. It'll be interesting. It'll be interesting. I think he's going to win. I think it's going to win a 1-0. Yeah. I don't think I can switch here. Jirachi does outspeed, but I don't Oko. Because I don't have Psychic. Choice Scarfed into Shadow Ball. Jirachi will definitely live. I think I just gotta click Shadow Ball, guys. He does go Liquidation. We're 100% dead here. I don't know if Jirachi wins this endgame, guys. I gotta go Moonblast. It's my only chance. I don't know if Jirachi wins this, though. Especially with the Spikes chip. We're going to go Moonblast, see what happens. He's going to find out that we are Scarfed. He's going to do some big damage to us. I don't know if 2 Moonblasts kill the Whimsicott, which is a problem. Maybe we're actually not going to go to timer, which at least I don't think, which is pretty crazy. It just matters if 2 Moonblasts take down the Whimsicott. It is very frail, but I don't know if it's that frail. Just got to go Moonblast, see what happens. He knows we're Scarfed. Do we do over half? We can lower his special attack. We do not do over half. We do lower his special attack, which could potentially help. Ooh, not with Shadow Ball. We need a crit on this Moonblast. We need a crit, guys. It's our only chance. I put the Paralysis into the universe. Nope. What a close battle, man. Coming down to the final turn. GG to Q theCostaRican. What an epic battle. Oh, man, it is unfortunate. Obviously, as always, guys, I really want to win. But, I mean, that was a great battle. I mean, you got to love it coming down to the last turn. 1v1. Shadow Ball on Whimsicott. I didn't even know that was a move that Whimsicott could get. I probably should have known that. But what a great battle, man. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. It is better, I think, to have a battle come down to the wire. And we didn't have to worry about the timer or anything like that. Yeah, I would like to cancel the battle. So it's great when you don't have to worry about all those kind of things. And you just have an epic battle. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. If you guys did enjoy this battle, you know what to do. Make sure you hit that like button, comment down below. Let me know any misplays you think I made, any misplays he made. It was just a great battle all the way around. I love competing with this man. I just had a great time with this battle. It was really awesome. And yeah, comment anything else you guys want to comment. Subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. And ring the belldom, like you named his, what's that thing called? Bronze. That's pretty epic. And enable notifications so you won't miss anything. And follow me on Twitter, @MetaMech, for more content and updates on the channel. And I will see you guys in the next one. Miami Heatran now in the IBA are 2-2 with a -3 differential. But it's okay. We can still bounce back. And maybe we'll get another shot at Q sometime later on down the season. Maybe in the playoffs, hopefully. And I don't know. We'll see what happens. But I'll see you guys later. Peace.